What's up, YouTube? Surprise! If you've been watching my videos, you know I've been trying to get to 1800 and I made it. I actually made it a few days ago. I was playing some games. I played one game offline and then I won the game and I was like, well, might as well just keep going until I lose. And I think I won 4 games in a row, 5 games in a row, and I was able to get to a rating of 1800. Which is my highest rating across Blitz, Rapid, Bullet, the best rating I've ever had. So that's really encouraging. Yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. But I wanted to go through 3 of the games that I played while I was on that streak. And I want to do it without analysis. I'll just show you the moves, and then you can kind of see here on the right the analysis. But just to show you what I played. So first I played against a French defense. And against the French, I like to put my pawns in the center. And you can see here, I'm just developing my pieces. Everything was very normal. My opponent strikes in the center, and I take. We play some more moves. I attack his knight. He attacks my bishop. I move my bishop back. And here is one of my brilliant moves. You can see the queen can't take the knight because this is a check, and I would take his queen. So this was just a free pawn that I found and a brilliant move, so that's always fun. Now I'm able to grab his bishop and win another pawn. And from here, my opponent just completely falls apart. Didn't do it exactly the cleanest, but he just blunders all his pieces, and I got a pretty easy win just from that brilliant move. Sometimes all it takes is a brilliant move to get you a win. Let's look at the next game. Okay, so this game I'm playing as black, and I've started playing the Dutch defense against d4. So this is a new opening that I've just recently started playing. My opponent plays the London system, and I've been going for this structure with the pawns and the bishop fianchetto and the knight all in this little mountain looking thing. It's a pretty fun way to play. So I develop my pieces, chase away the bishop, strike in the center. I was threatening a fork here, so if he pushed his pawn, then I could get a fork. And I've got this nice center. My king is safe. His king is safe, but not castled, and so I try to get some kind of attack going. So I do. I push my pawn. He pushes his. I chase away his bishop. We trade knights, and I had a missed opportunity here, but that's fine. We trade one set of rooks, and here is where he collapses. Now, I didn't find the best move here, but this is still a pretty big blunder if I remember correctly. And notice this guy is over 1800, so this guy's pretty good. The best move was to just take, but now, after it's all said and done, I'm just up. What is it? Am I up a pawn? Yeah, I'm just up a pawn. And now I'm up 2 pawns, and I give him a couple checks, and I trade queens, and I am up 2 pawns. He's going to win 1 pawn, but my king's going to get into the game, and this is just a lost position because my king gets in, and I eventually convert this. So that was a good game. And then my last game, this was the game that got me to 1800. I'm pretty proud of this game. It was a little bit crazy. I got kind of lucky, but sometimes that's all it takes. My opponent really did have the better of me, but you'll see here we play the French defense. So just like that first game I showed you, same opening. This time I take. Now I don't really know the theory. I just know I need to get my pieces in the middle. I did go for this, which sometimes I don't do, but I did go for this attack. Which was a little bit risky. He actually sacrifices well, it's not even really sacrifice. I just hang a pawn, as you can see. I can't take because I lose my rook and I lose my queen with check, which is not good. So I'm just down a pawn. But I've got to make the most. Now I'm trying to utilize this pin as best as I can. So I thought that, okay, so notice first of all that I'm trying to be very sneaky with this. So he moves his rook down here, which is interesting. I tried to explode the position, and now this is where I try to get really, really tricky. I go here. So this is a really cool move on my part. Now, it's not really necessarily the best move, but it is a cool move. If he takes, well, if he takes with his queen, I just take back with my pawn. If he takes with his pawn, this is what I calculated, I can take with my pawn. He can't take because it's defended, right? So takes, so pawn takes, takes. He can't take this pawn still because I have this check. And he's got to move his queen because this pawn is going to be attacking him. And I didn't see a way for him to move his queen and defend this square. So you'll see what happens. Takes, takes. And now he tries to trade, and I say, no thank you. So now this is a threat. Now this pawn is hanging, but if he were to take this pawn, then my rook gets in, and then things get really ugly because this bishop is pinned, the queen is pinned to the bishop is pinned to the king, and it just gets kind of ugly. So then I just start pushing my pawns, right? I say, okay, you know what? Let's just start pushing pawns. This bishop can give me a check, which is what he does. And then notice that this has been a big threat the whole time. The queen has had to defend this square for the whole game. And so my opponent says, you know what? I can solve this problem by just moving my pawn up. And that way if we trade, he can use his bishop or his pawns to block my rook. So that's what he does. He pushes his pawn. As you can see from the engine, this was a fatal blunder because of queen g8 checkmate. My pawns are cutting off the king. He has nowhere to go. He has no pieces to block. So I kind of stole this win from this guy who was really, really highly rated. And this was the win that got me to 1800. So yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with myself. I've taken a break since these games. It's been about a week. But I think my new chess goal is to hit 2,000 rapid rating. That is the new goal. So hopefully we'll get there one day. All right, hope you enjoyed the video.